Good day, everyone. Today we're talking about Module 11, which is on midpoint and distance. So a couple of things here. First, we're starting with the fact that we're going to be given 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. Both of these formulas are based off that given information. And so the midpoint formula, we're going to add up the two x values and divide by 2 to find the middle of them. We're trying to find the point in the middle. And you're going to do the same thing with the y values. You're going to add them up and divide by 2. Now, the distance is the length of a segment. And so we use what's called the distance formula, the square root of x2 minus x1 quantity squared plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared. And so what I'd like you to do is pause the video, get caught up on your notes, as well as plot each of the 8 points listed on here and then label them on your graph. So when we are labeling or plotting, Q is 3, 4. So you're going to go to the right 3 and up 4. And then you're going to label that as point Q. Make sure you're using a capital letter. And then I'm just going to go across. R is negative 3, 7. So we're going to go to the left 3 because it's X then Y. So negative 3. And then up to 7. And we're going to label that as point R. S is 4, negative 3. So right 4, down 3. So to the right 4, down 3. And that was point S. And then T is negative 3, negative 4, so left and then down. So left 3, down 4 is point T. And then I'm going to switch colors to kind of make it a little bit easier to see here. U is 6, 1, so 2, 4, 6, 1 is U. V is negative 5, negative 2, so 2, 4, 5 left and 2 down is V. W is negative 7, 4, so 2, 4, 6, 7 left and 2, 4 up is W. And then Z is 3, negative 1, and that's point Z. All right. I'm going to scroll up a little here. It says use the graph to draw the following segments, then find the length of each segment. All right, so because it says length, we're going to be doing the distance formula. So it says TS. So we're going to go from T to S. And so we've got T and S. So square root, big square root here. And then we're going to go y2 minus y1. So much like when we talked about slope, you can connect these. Negative 4 minus negative 3. Again, do the double negative. And then we're also doing the same thing with the y, or the x's, sorry. And then we're going to go negative 3 minus 4. And then here where we have the double negative, as you've seen when we did slope, you're going to make this into plus. Negative 4 plus 3 would be negative 1 squared. Negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7 squared. And again, this is still in the square root. And then we're going to calculate it and add these. So 1 squared is 1. Negative 7 squared is 49. So this becomes the square root of 1 plus 49, which equals the square root of 50. I'm running out of room, so I'll bring the answer over here. Square root of 50. And then we'll put that in your calculator and round to 2 decimal places, 7.07. Well, we're doing WU next. So we've got WU connecting those points. Again, we've got W and U here. You can use the points on the graph. You can use the coordinates. square root of, and then we're going to go, and you may have noticed like, oh, I did the formula is x's then y's, then I went y's then x's. As long as you're subtracting the two x values and you're subtracting the two y values, it really doesn't matter. So, but to match the formula, I'm going to subtract the two x's here. So I'm going to go negative 7 minus 6. And then 4 minus 1. Again, I try to go in order. It says w, take w, and then subtract the u value. Let's see here. We get the square root of negative 7 minus 6 is negative 13. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then you're going to add those together. Well, you're going to calculate them first. Negative 13 squared, again, make sure you use parentheses so you're getting a positive number, is 169. 3 squared is 9. So when you add them together, you get 178. And then take the square root of that, and you get 13.34 would be your solution. Now, this one asks us, use the graph to draw each segment dashed, then find the midpoint of each segment. So we're going to connect R to Z, and it says to do so with a dash line. So we'll draw a dash line connecting them. And now we're doing the midpoint, so we're going to use that midpoint formula. We're going to take the two x values, so R and Z, and we're going to add, I'm going to go R first because it's listed first. So negative 3 plus the x value for z, which is 3, over 2, comma. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the y value. So the y value of r plus the y value of z divided by 2. And so we're going to add them up. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0, divided by 2, well, that's just 0. 7 plus negative 1 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So your midpoint is at 0, 3. Alright, our last example, it says VQ. So we're going to connect, oh, it's supposed to be dashed. So we're going to draw that as a dashed line, connecting V to Q. And same thing, we're going to add those x values together. So V is listed first, so I'm going to go negative 5 plus the x value of Q, 3 divided by 2. And I'm going to do the same thing with the y value, so negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2. And then I'm going to do the math. So negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2, divided by 2 would be negative 1. Negative 2 plus 4 would be positive 2, divided by 2 is positive 1. So my midpoint's at negative 1, comma 1. Go ahead and complete the rest of this worksheet, and when you do, turn it into your teacher.